I am the chronicler. I shall record your adventures in my book of legends. Tell me of your deeds.
All right, playing some more Sector Unknown. Let's see, we have to go talk to the convicts. Where the hell are they at? After several phone manufacturers unfold these words of paper and drawings with concentration on voice. I bring a message from the new commander of fun, the generals of death. The generals of death. And the longest and most guilty in the desert. Doomed to insulted and slaughtered. To my hand, the Duke of Dick. The big Giga Club. For his rank shall be seek. Good Lord, after finishing the elation, his embassy lowers the paper and never suicide features and those of inhabitants. His work. Embassy clears the sword, attempt to inject someone into the say, I am authorized by this drink water and the commander of fun and generals of disco, the longest and most God, Jesus Christ. Get on with it. We heard that part already. Get on with it. So was this Russian embassy follows breaking the papers locally. Yes, of course, this administrates a slight through some message straightforward attempt. In the name of Argent 100, especially under authority, I am tasked to demand the immediate the armistice of the outpost. You are to send all hostages, surrender you later. I'm going into your custody. This is essential to underground management. The rest finished looking down, realized the gravity of his words looked great. No, we surrender, but we're prepared. No, we won't surrender, but we have prepared a tribute for you. Every certain place are you? Say, damn, that I guess I could be considered what sort of tribute are we discussing? It's in this bag ticket. Everything has a essential credits, not much for that. Deeper pulling out a data pad, and what is this? Technical schematics for building a water purifier. I'm not sure how this will take this. Controls off, wondering the implications. It's a good offering, you should take it. Science. Consider water purifier schematics that utilize condition-based water process capture, not moisture. Very impressed by the Dylan's paintings. Every night's great. Don't know what you just said, but I guess it's sensible. Let's see what Oda says about it. The message straight to one more, flip one more pages. Some official voice reading. You have to demand surrender, and thus the law of engagement considered shall be dire. And I pause this and forget the last bit, or just leave now. As the enemy house retreats, his Bruno turns, you're shaking his head and smoke. What a fucking dipshit, huh? And of course, back on the radio, and we'll speak with me back at the hall and strings the tone. On my way. Okay, watch this, the flesh-eating bugs or some shit in the suitcase. That'd be funny. Probably wonder what I've been up to. I've been planning a scenario like this for a while. I've planned to just minder inside the suitcase, protected case of bags to lead us straight to the circus base if they took bait. This is our chance to find exactly where they are hiding potentially in this threat once and for all. Like a harsh shit, good thinking. Not to respond to eyes flickering the weight of decision. It may or may not work. We just need to hang tight for a few hours and see if they're tracking them. You want me to follow them? Let me guess that's what's going to do that. Graham confirms the thoughts. We're not equipped to be fighters here. If you can help us with this, I mentioned we'll do. I can help you with Operation again. Alright, let's get this done. Wait. Give me professional window in front of trying to forward an hour. He turns it with a decision that, alright, you should go now. At least stop not far from here. Follow them to a safe distance. They should lead you to their encampment. Go now. Gary Potter's voice. Hi. Okay. Yeah, buddy. tracking through the desert takes any breaks through, but we are nearing the transport last location. It has been such for quite a while now, suggesting they settle. However, the terrain does not conduct to the camp. I agree, something doesn't feel right. Plus, we're going to drink up high and protecting something. Unexpected caution will be essential to proceed. How close are we to the signal now? Approximately 100 meters just beyond that large end dune. Hey, I want to be a rock star. Which way am I supposed to be going? Survey the area. Reminder response for frequencies. You modify the mine adjusting to circuit to switch the trigger primary sensor radio frequency to allowing for remote detonation after securing the connection carefully. Special tracks officially concealing it. Possibly when I tell you emit a radio frequency from your heart. So it's like we've been left in a hurry, didn't plan on staying long. Double check the coordinates, are you sure this is the right spot? Let's keep the camp. Maybe starting to echo towards the Heckman through the sand behind you. Tony's voice breaks the silence, low urgent behind us. We should find a way out. We won't prepare for anything. Oh, that's great. That's right. You fools actually fell for it. Incredible. The old transponder in the Satchel game. Unbelievable. Sort of all this perception, but I knew you were up to trust me. He marked briefly. Did you now? I think it's full of it. Said at the moment we got wind outside and started an outpost. You are here now, and that's all that counts. That's something I'm saying to you. You're a fucking idiot. You know that. You're saying too much. You're supposed to take these guys out, give them a rundown on their plan. You go, buddy, slow your roll. What's the point of pulling off something if this we can't get a better plan out of it? You think Otis made up the Emerson because he was smart? Nah, I figured out he was a good chance you'd get killed doing this job. Didn't want the risk of it. Persuasion, name master guy. Are you going to take the shit from him? This way, I'm not going to take this because it's this. Oh. Got some slaps in the face. Hey, Worms, you seem pretty already in the fight. Smart too. Your boy Dink just told you to shut your mouth. Are you a leader, or is he? I never think Jackson. I'm like, my God, that's some funny shit. I'm dissension in the ring. As I play the Charles Cross with yeah, why would you go hard at Jacob son of a bitch when you have to do that? And Dink always said, Scooter, you motherfucker, yo, now I'm trying right now. Oh, Lord. Scooter did a good old boy, wasn't he? Yeah, that looks so worse and dirty, don't you reckon? Bird crossed the line a little bit. And you inbred son of a bitch, I'll end you right here if you keep this up, he hisses. They killed each other, bro. That's funny. You understood. He's got experience for him. That's funny, dude. Data pattern information. Listen up the clues to the ship because you can navigate with the damn I'm sending you to encampments. That's awesome. Sorry, actually starting to have had incredible with everything to work out. He playing give us time. I'm good. level. Oh. Computers. There we go. We got all these perks, bro. Shit. Plus 10 damage for each team kill. Two levels. Come on. I got 10 perks. Go. There we go, carbines. Reception, he's good. There we go, he got 3 points. Here we go. You know, everybody made a level, huh? Oh. Perks. Alright. Encampment. Each point encampment covered the rocks to make shelf walls constructed by the steady tension. The gates open with spies approaching. Voice filters the air. Proceed with caution. This place looks well fortified and guards are hardened prisoners. Huh. Why can't I click on those damn rock? That's the reason I can't click on the rock. Get it. Can't glitch you with it. No. Why can't I get over there? Oh, there we go. Give that to my man. weird, I click on it from this direction. Strange. Very strange. Who the fuck can go there? Who are you two? He talks and puts on his chest with that thing jumping in road boy beast, motherfucker. And this is Greg, he gestures to us and posing for exactly that Curly. Spill it. Who the fuck are you? Doom. Fucking fuzzy. I need to speak to you later, let me pass. Everybody ready to attack like going to be holding this radio. Hold up, we just gonna go ahead and let him. Okay? Do I really jump over the sides near his lips? Consider yourself lucky and get moving. You made an example of, aren't you? Jump over the boost and close bump in his chest and oh yeah, you're going to do whatever. Kill jump over one beast. One beast with slightly his butt to the ground, choking and gurgling his light abs. Greg's watching one that gives folks to fall apart. He was an asshole anyway. You're not going to do anything. He takes his head and gave him. Nope, he was casually staring there, afraid of his fellas. Like, not worth my trouble, not going inside. Boss, not going inside, boss is waiting. Damn. He talked all that shit and I offed him. That's funny, dude. The prisoner approaches and his voice is gruff. What are you looking at? Tell me about yourself, right straight up. For your name is King David's Lecter and Power gets some of the royal blood in my veins, so I used to say. Otherwise, his part and part believes a mistaken title. Right. Every time it's hard to along, it's going to be right, not turn his back to his task. Camp, the shield offering a semblance of shelter. Finger burning for everyone that gave the fire step, making it clear that you may have been supposed to trust it. Painter planning when it's time's right, I'll make my move. Every time we go leave with damn blood out with him, I always wonder what crap is pulling out, crazy fuckers. They got some creatures in the cage. Wait, both sides turn to smirk. I said, go, what's the hell the pleasure of your sister's presence? Come to speak to you later. Just as I put it to a party. You two want to find him pressed over there toward camp, for a short knowledge of the conversation. Beethoven. It's a slice of hell. They're worshiping about some more horse. So on one day, the Panthers were bringing my brother on and gives a shit, trying to give a read with me. I'm really fucking even with it. I'm desperate now. record and so anything interesting appears to be the manuscript by a complete break on that. A complete deck, to be honest, but back to his possession. Huh. Otis, drink water, observe your cold, easy approach. What if it isn't the off-worlder strutting cock first into the encampment of hardened criminals without a care in the world? You're marked until they tilted his head, and you're Otis Drinkwater, leader of the Sunscarred Prisoners. That I am impressed, isn't it? A dry liquid can't what we got right now. I got a whole lot of nothing inside the man chuckles and drawing your attention briefly. Your guests, his companions, being Mr. Scoville's real name on that evening. But warnings, I made everyone come here to wonder after we're playing to cover here. Stoner is tongue slighting, once a murderer, now fully committed to acquire his rival forsaken planet. When I was narrow, but enough about us. I'll say again, I was told you went straight into our stronghold after killing 4 of my men. How did you know? Sure, I killed them. So, how did you know? The glazer sharpens at a bunch of messes through from the checks. You seem to maintain strict communication protocol here, but it didn't work out. It's made time to go check them out. You ambushed me, remember? Fuck you if you can't take a joke. He might slowly acknowledge insulation, measure tone, charming, but a necessary response, I suppose, they've already forgiven observation to the nature of a world. Killer be killed, he gives a slight to those racing first thing scooter on my screen. I'm gonna just go and challenge about me and don't forget the anniversary. That was good in some of the piece, so to speak. Well, Chris Deepens, put out in session for you how you managed to find the coordinates to our camp. You're wrong, I found the coordinates on your entry notepad, maybe. What the fucking ambassador screwed up like a bitch and told me everything I need to know. Alder sharply glances back at his lieutenant, which would try and check all the ODAT figures and first security's free concept. That's it, but that's enough of the time. Let's move on to something else, shall we? Putting it in the corner of his mouth, worth to get touchy. You once was a prisoner yourself, any truth to that? You have something inside on pussy, or don't you? You have something inside on pussy, don't you? Don't tell me shit. It gives a small nod, a flash of recognition, and coaching passing through his eyes, perhaps, or maybe it's just as simple as one fisherman recognizes another from across the world. So, you're not a prisoner. That's right, I was a revenue wrong accused, you guys snagged on their sleeps outside the sector. That's right, I was a revenue. Sorry. He chuckled softly, his rings sparking aside. It does seem to be cut from the cloth. You must perhaps be more wanted than you are than those at Soroko. Don't kid yourself, I'm nothing like you. Maybe there's some truth to that. Tightens a flicker, irritation pass over his figure. Well, that's a pity, make like the oil, the dangerous thing he wants us. But let's move on, let's say there's option for us. Before we have 2 options, let me ask you something first. He always his elbow on Murder's grin flashed in his face. Oh, shoot then. Have you heard of transmission from solar? Alright. Exchanged a quick glance of the thing, expression sharpening and went into transmission. Star Frontier, they're coming back. He cuts out sharply, his tone was saying, of course they're coming back. They couldn't guard the sector this rich. You didn't let me finish. They're coming back to the sector. They're planning to cleanse first. Their strategy right all life. Hands of Huber. Star Frontier, ever heard of General Mirazo? Hands focus drains of color I have, and of course General so he's the director of Star Frontier expansion in this sector. He played an encrypted message. Transition of whatever calls him General Encampment life and had some things like about playing the session doesn't really continue. President's voice was very alright, we'll go down fighting Torgo, but fight now like the entire and see what all our doors are ordering slap his expression reaching. He finally shifts his gaze hardened. This because of our situation, yet we still force the immediate challenge of the outlook. We don't work that, we're allowed to go together. It's long. just saying that you can join us on night with our cause, sit down and break bread, and we strategize together on taking out sort of that's one option, or you can join me. You're a king of thieves, predators, and murderers. I came here to kill you all, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I got my own past. Maybe there's a way I couldn't be persuaded to join your cause. There's a third option. Broker peace with fortune or arrangement. He laughs and believes this Tony. Why would I consider that? I've already scared Mako and Sojo. I'm close to uncovering the secret weapon behind the central one. If we strike first, we have a chance to do our own plans. But shakes his head, sketching insurance and medical. But even exceptional plans, Star Frontier won't just their return in greater numbers. The other hand turns out Otis determined to edge across his face, but that's a battle for another day. Right now, it's a bullshit that we stand in a death door, we choose to fight, and might be our chance to hold the ground to survive this. Otis takes a moment to receive the words of the lieutenant, but finally fixes the gaze back on you. So what exactly are you proposing? I've recently helped output so I could get back on their feet. I have extra water and power now, but if it arranged for them to make weekly supply drops on a new location, it would keep your people provided with enough contact. Every night to see another really would be a mystery and more intense to the story. Trust them. Not a chance these fuckers will leave us hanging in the moment and see them. Let's say I'll wait for sort of expression. Tempted risky, but I know their goodwill puts us in our mercy on drive. Persuasion. Consider the bigger picture. Star Frontier is your true enemy here. Thank you. If you cover what's there, you increase your chance of getting nonsense forsaken. And terrible strength only consider what I was coming. To slowly discern the found progress and may give us the edge we need in a Star Frontier to return our right will to our alliance, but remember it's in your head to make sure we keep the very end of the bargain. That's what I'm doing. Very pretty soon. Huh. Okay. What you doing, Flanny? Flanny's up. Get back to the encampment. Yes, I found him. What do you say? That's I had to take Flynn out to the bathroom. Puppy dog. Alright, let's keep talking. I made a contact, I believe the broker to borrow a peace agreement. I responded with astonishment. You did what? I thought the plan was to neutralize us under a threat. Nobody's supposed to say anything about eliminating them. We need their strength. How exactly do we finish a line with such an unstable element despite the threat from the Star Frontier line with lands that what terms did you negotiate? Plus we'll share some of their surplus with them, food, water, power. We got more than enough to help you boost your capabilities. Frowns deeply. It's not your place to make such decisions, and we're supposed to expose ourselves to potential betrayal. Here's a plan. We'll drop the supplies on a designated location. Once deposited, we'll inform them the coordinates of the pickup, not directly contact between our people. And yet rubs his chin behind your puzzle. This is risky. Just necessary. With Star Frontier on the horizon, we need every hour available. If Sunscarred tries, if the Sunscarred try anything, I'll be the first to retaliate. Confidence and moment, not say, alright, communication on terms, and remember, if they step out of line, we won't hesitate to defend ourselves. Turn over to drink water. Thought about just killing them, but these are like, yeah, he said these are scientists, these are all warriors. He dog shit got handled. What's going on? Just I've had the devil return and tell me I want to bring to proceed. Yes, officer will make various blasts of a neutral location. You'll retrieve them after receiving their coordinates. The seal trespass and good. This seals our agreement. We respect the tree so long as this block continues its operation. Then shit is becoming more intense and it turns to a focus orders right now. On Star Frontier, how do we fit into our strategy countering them? I'm still working out the details. Stand by. Sometimes I understand. Remember, you are support when it comes. Time comes. We await your signal. Huh. Damn. You step in radio chuckles and the answer as the voice filters through. How did it go? Have to center and kill our turns? They have. You'll need to make your first surgery in 5 days. Very well, now let's discuss your shit. So our Frontier operates signal power center plant. That's what brought your shit down. When you return to output, speak to Max speak with Max Thrope. He's our lead technician and knows a great deal. Where can I find Max Thrope? He's usually in building 1 and technician operations. You need an approach facility. Thank you for handling this. Working in progress. Got 5 pranks. Hey, I want to be a rock star. Building 1. You know anything about the Frontier facility. Speaking with you. Expanse is in West Center. What do you need to know? Let's start the location. He thinks for a moment. It's about 100 kilometers east. What else can you tell me? To officially design for this power relay station, the process involves. How do you know so much about it? I was trained as a power system engineer, specialized in high capacity energy transfers. Strength of the garrison. Max Trev, from what I've heard, they started with a platoon size force after 40 soldier security, but the Star Frontier pulling out their numbers have likely doing those fighting war issues and everything going on. How did I get the facility after the proposals? You see your gate after that too, we don't know patrols. I won't be surprised if they still have the keys. If it were to start a field, they have to go about that. That's his questions taking over would be more sense than just shutting it down. If you manage to overpower the guards, you could use the facility command center to gain operation control. Just make sure you prepare. It won't be easy. Thanks for the help. Anything else you need to know? Yeah, buddy. All right. I wish I had a store here. Yeah, I guess let's level up first and I can. Computers, persuasion. go. Hey, I want to be a rock star. Okay, we're good. Let's save it here. Good enough for tonight.